Hello everyone, coming on now to share with you my process for making something for Pink Bubble Cards Alphabet Challenge, PBC Alphabet, hashtag PBC Alphabet. And this week the prompt is I for inking. So what I had thought of doing, as you can see this looks a bit of a mess, was to ink up some of these flowers. This is one of those layering stamps. So I thought I'd ink up some flowers, and I had 3 different shades of purple in Distress Oxide. So they were fine, and so this is one of them. This is how it came out. I think they look okay. And then I wanted to try the rose. When I tried the rose, I was using Kish Flamenco Shaded Lilac. They worked okay. But then I've got this Candied Apple ink. And when I opened the ink pad, it's still a little bit bubbly, but it was bubbly all over. So when I inked up the stamp, it clogged in the stamp, and as you can see here, for example, here, it just left big splodges. And so, well, anyway, so what I thought I'd do is I would just stamp off what was on the stamp and try and make some patterned paper with it. So so that's what I did. And then I got the ink pad and I just drew it down a piece of paper to try and get rid of all those bubbles. And basically I think it was sort of dried ink, although the pad is new and it's quite juicy. So yeah, so anyway, so the piece of paper has now been cut up because it's just a mess. But I thought, well, I'm going to share it with you anyway. And I thought, okay, now what am I going to do with this? So I've put it on this background piece of paper, which is brightly coloured. I thought the whole thing is a bit of a mess, so let's see if we can redeem it a bit. And then I have in my stash this little die cut, which I thought I could put here. I want to colour it up a bit, but I could put that there. And then I've got 2 of the daisies. So these are the 2 daisies. So I kind of thought of putting them like that. I've got a little dotty butterfly, and I have got a dotty flower. So I thought, well, maybe I might use something like this to make my card. So now we're just going to try and ink these up, and again with inking, so more ink. So I've got here Twisted Citron in green. I'll just make sure this brush is clean. I'm away at the moment, and I brought a few things with me, but not very much. So let's see how we go. I just thought I'd do the stalks in green. It was such a difficult decision to decide what to bring with me. I've gone away for a few weeks, just to have a break, but I couldn't go away without any crafting stuff. That would have been a disaster. So so it was quite difficult to decide, and of course, well, I was lucky because I had a lift, so I was able to take a bit more than I would have done if I was going on the train. But I probably wouldn't have been able to bring anything if I'd gone on the train, because as we know, crafting things are very heavy. But anyway, but it's still not the same as being at home and having access to all one's supplies and different types of things and all the rest of it. Okay, so I've done that. Pulled off a flower, but that's not a problem. I can put that back. And then I thought I would use the Wilted Violet and the Shaded Lilac of the flowers, yeah, just to try and tie it in a bit. This brush is a bit red. Okay, let's try. So, okay. Let's bring these two in. And I'm going to try with the wilted violet. Just a bit of, oh, this one is very bright. And just dab it on. I hope this is going to be a success. It's not something that I do very often, and especially not on camera. So there we go. So let's see what this looks like now. So well, I think that's going to be okay. So it is a bit of a mess. I'm just going to get rid of this. Oops, distressed oxides. I'll just use this paper just to mock it up. I don't like wasting anything. I don't know about you, but I don't like wasting anything at all. And now the ink on this piece of paper is reactivating. So anyway, let's just clean this up with a bit of water. So I don't think that went on the paper at all. Okay. Under there. There we are. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so I'm just wondering whether I should put a strip of white here. Let's have a look. See whether that would make it look better. Certainly makes it show up a bit better. I don't know. No, what do you think? What if I do it a bit? If I just do it a little bit at the bottom. The whole thing is such a mess. I just realised you can't see what I'm doing, but there we are. I think I will put a little bit of white behind a part of it, just behind a bit of it. This bit shows okay, but these bits don't show so well. Or if I don't do it at all, or maybe I won't do it at all. I'll just glue it on as it is. So where's my glue? Let's hope it works. So I don't want to get glue on this table because it doesn't belong to me. So I hope you're all having a lovely weekend. I'm filming this on Sunday. I'll be showing it on Wednesday probably, or maybe Tuesday. Hilary does this challenge every week. She's got a little pot with letters in it, and each week she pulls out a letter, and then she's already got a list of things to do, for each one thing for each letter. So she just tells us what the letter means, and then it's up to us to decide how we're going to fulfill the challenge. It's an open collaboration, so if you want to join in, please do. The only stipulation is that we use the hashtag PBC alphabet, and that way Hilary can see all our entries. And she is very kindly, I think that was off there, she is very kindly doing a little draw every month, the last Wednesday of each month, where she pulls out the name from people who have contributed during the month, and they get sent a wee prize. So that's very kind of her to do that. So I think I'm going to add this butterfly. Maybe take off I'll just glue it down altogether because I don't want it raised up. And shall I add this flower or not? No, I don't think so. I just think I'm going to leave it like that. I haven't got a sentiment here at the moment to put on it, but that will be added at another stage. So this is my card that I've done for this week's challenge of inking. I've made a right mess. I'm covered in ink, but I have used 3 different techniques. So I've used some stamping, I've used this smooshing and this smooshing, and I've used just sort of putting on the ink onto the paper straight away and blending and colouring. So I hope you like this. It's certainly not my normal style. And take care, and thank you all for watching. Bye for now.